We're travelling a lot at the moment, and right now we are in Switzerland visiting family. Look at this amazing view that I have. Stunning. So I don't have my usual setup, but I wanted to make a video about attention. Many people today think that our attention spans are getting smaller because of things like the technology that we use most days of our lives. But recent studies, I came across one from King's College, or at least they were publishing the findings of the study, say that the picture is actually more nuanced than that. It's not necessarily provable that our attention span is actually getting smaller. It's more that we are giving our attention to the wrong things, that we're not spending enough time putting our attention on the things that we feel like we should be focusing on because we're focusing on our phones or screens in some way. And I've been thinking a lot about attention as a spiritual discipline, as a spiritual practice that helps us to know God. And I think, if anything, we need to think of attention in this way more than ever before because of the various platforms that we use. And rather than the question being, oh, we can't anymore because we have ruined our brains or something by using screens, it's more a case of, no, it's within our power to change what we give our attention to. We just need to make a decision to do that. And this links in with my last video on C.S. Lewis and the abolition of man and his concept of men without chests, that the chest is the integrating factor between the head and the belly, our intellect or our knowledge and our desires. And I think that attention is one of these chest practices, if you like, that can help us focus on the right things. So we might think of the biblical character Moses at this point. And Moses wasn't a perfect guy, just like Abraham wasn't a perfect guy. I'm going to talk about him in a video that will be coming out soon. Many of the biblical characters weren't. But the thing that Moses did was he focused on the right thing. He focused on the thing that, for whatever reason, God wanted him to focus on at that moment. I say for whatever reason. We know the reason. I'll talk about it in a minute. But Moses saw this burning bush, and many of us would think, yeah, well, it's pretty hard to miss a burning bush. And Moses obviously stopped and attended to the bush. He went out of his way and went to see, like, what on earth is going on here. And again, we might think, yeah, of course he did, because it was a burning bush. You don't see that every day. But at the same time, maybe Moses did see burning bushes quite a lot in the desert. The thing that made it stand out to him was that it didn't burn up. So it indicates that Moses had spent enough time looking at this bush to realise something was different about it. And it was through that attending that he was then invited into a conversation with God, with Yahweh, because El Shaddai, God Almighty, is going to reveal himself to Moses as the Lord, as Yahweh. And this is going to be a huge shift in the way in which human beings know and understand God, something that obviously affects us to this day. And so there's a lesson in there for me that if we want to know God, we need to be prepared to attend to that which is most important. And I think that we often can miss that when we're focused on, our screens is the obvious choice of analogy for us today, but it can obviously be so many other things. And I think that we can be distracted in our thoughts, not just with our eyes, if that makes sense. We can not be truly present to the people around us, because I know for me, for example, if I've been working and I go and spend time with the family, I need to consciously choose to turn off the part of my brain that was trying to write a paper or prepare a teaching session or whatever it might be. And that's really important. In order to give attention, we need to turn away our focus from something and put it on to the thing that we're supposed to be attending. So I want to read a poem now by the Welsh poet and priest R.S. Thomas, and it's called The Bright Field, and probably the video over the top of it, it would have been better if it was dawn. Right now it's dusk where I am, so excuse me for that one. I would just encourage you just to listen to this poem as I read it, and let the words hopefully speak to you in some way as we all think about this journey that we're all on of attending. I have seen the sun break through to illuminate a small field for a while, and gone my way and forgotten about it. But that was the pearl of great price, the one field that had treasure in it. I realise now that I must give all that I have to possess it. Life is not hurrying on to a receding future, nor hankering after an imagined past. It is the turning aside like Moses to the miracle of the lit bush, to a brightness that seemed as transitory as your youth once, but is the eternity that awaits you.